Hi there, Simply Shelley here. I am going to show you my everyday eye design. So easy because everything I do is easy. And so I'm going to be using just this is my big palette. This is like the most eyeshadow that you could ever possibly have in my opinion. And I'm going to use an all over eyeshadow brush. And so I'm going to go ahead and take some Blossom eyeshadow, cover my entire lid. Now we're going to also deal with eyebrows, eyeliner, and mascara. And so bear with me as I do this. So I am covering my entire lid and just blending it up toward the brow. I don't go all the way to the brow. I don't go past the fence, lay a straight edge next to the nose, outside corner of the eye, nothing beyond the fence. And I quickly get that all over my lid. You can use this beautiful Chroma Fusion color, but I also will occasionally use the liquid eyeshadow in Light Beam, and that also has a primer in it. So if you love a primer, our eye primer is the greatest. It shows the colors very true and keeps them on forever without creasing. I personally don't have any trouble with that. I put foundation primer on my eyelids and that takes care of it. Next, I'm going to jump to the wonderful crease brush. And if you don't have great brushes, it's really hard to do eye makeup. I'm going to go with my Soft Heather. I wear this lower one right here, Soft Heather. Pretty much every day, that's my crease shade. And the crease shade needs to go above the crease. So you're putting it on, looking straight ahead, and we come up above and keep that nice curve. Okay, so I'm showing you where the placement needs to be. And I'm not coming all the way in. I don't want to darken that inner corner when I just put lightener on, you know, with the under eye corrector and shadow or foundation and stuff. So I'm just coming from the outer corner, the fence, working in, nicely curved. Lift this outer corner. This is where you want most of your lift generated, is that outer corner. See the difference? Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side. Outer, working in. I hope you can see this. I definitely am not a videographer. I am a skincare and glamour expert. That's what I call myself. So I study it, because if I don't, I'm not interested in it. I have to force myself to study the glamour part, but I love the skincare part. Okay, so there we go. We've got those two. I need to add a little bit to this outer corner. Remember, this is where we want most of the color, is the outer corner, and it generates lift. Nicely rounded. Make sure it's nice and high so that when you look straight ahead, you can still see that color. If you put it deep into your crease, it's going to disappear the minute you open your eyes. So don't do it this way. You're doing it straight ahead, getting that color on. Then I'm going to take our wonderful blending brush. This was a limited one. It was so well received that it's now a part of our regular brush line. We have individual brushes you can purchase. So okay, let's move over here, get that blended. I do not move my skin when I'm using a brush because I don't want to break down the elasticity. So it's just very gentle, just a gentle blending. And then I'm going to come in with my smudger brush that's part of our Glamour Brush collection. You get the all over eyeshadow brush I used first, the angle brush, the crease brush, which is angled. This is the smudger brush. You get a cheek color brush and a powder brush, all for $55. I'm going to go ahead and use the one I use every day, which is called Cashmere Haze. It's this one right here. I'm going to use that. I come down the fence to the lash line. I just make a line. See that line? That's going to generate lift. So I've got both of mine lined. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit more color and bring it inward on that crease and inward a little bit here as I come down toward the lash line. That is my everyday eyeshadow. Pick it up, blend it inward above the crease, inward along the fence line. So I'm just moving it about 1/3 of the way in. And so that's what I've got for, I feel like this side's a little bit darker. I'm gonna blend, of course. Okay, so blender, 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 blender. Where did you go? Right here. Okay, blend inward. Everything I've done is blending inward because then it doesn't jump over the fence and it doesn't get too overly blended. So I'm just blending in. Okay, so there I've got both of those finished. Now I'm gonna frame everything with my brunette brow liner, and it's self-sharpening. I guess it's not called self-sharpening. I don't know what it's called, self-something. But I don't want a liner that I have to sharpen because I don't have time. I just wanna get this stuff on. Okay, so little teeny short strokes. Of course, I have lost a lot of brow on the outer edges. I've become more interesting, and really, I don't care. I know that I can use a pencil and I can frame 60% of your face is framed with your brows. So I make sure that I'm getting my brows done. Little teeny short strokes. You can use dark blonde, you can use blonde. We've got dark brunette, we've got, I think those are the 4 liners. Okay, so there we go, got that done. I'm gonna blend those a little bit with my spoolie. And this is a separate brush you can buy individually. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, now, my favorite way of lining is using the opposite end of the spoolie, that's a liner brush, and I get out my makeup finishing spray. This I could not live without. And I spray my brush. I'm just spraying my brush on the end. Uh-oh, that means my salmon is cooked. I just cooked salmon. I'll go hit that in just a minute. Don't worry about it, okay? It's not gonna burn. So I'm gonna come in here with my wet brush with eyeshadow. Shadow the dark one in the center. Sometimes I use Emerald Noir. Sometimes I use Merlot. And I'm just doing little teeny short strokes of wet shadow. Any of our Chroma Fusion shadows can be used wet to line. And for me, it just feels easier than lining with a pencil. It's really okay. It's gonna get really persistent, that timer. But I wanted you to see that. Then I'm gonna grab and I'm just doing one eye so you can see liner and mascara on one eye. I'm gonna grab my Steely and I'm gonna come underneath. I don't like to use a liquid under because it doesn't blend as well. It looks a little too harsh. And plus I want waterproof. And this is a waterproof eyeliner in Steely. Again, notice I'm doing little teeny short strokes right underneath my lower lash line. And then I like to extend it up about 1/2 inch. So I extend from underneath coming up, and then I wing it in to the outer corner on the upper lid. Okay, so there I have it. I need to blend that a little bit. Notice I blended right with my finger. Okay. Mascara. And guess what? My mascara's in my purse from yesterday or the day before because I had to do it in the car. So here's my mascara. It goes in this little container. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm the one that does a video and has to run and shut the oven off for the salmon for lunch. Okay. I roast my salmon at 425. I call it roasting it. Lash primer, which is just a clear thickener. It's a clear coat that goes on to thicken. And if you just want to throw mascara on, just throw your mascara on. Everybody does whatever they want to do, but this truly, these colors, Blossom, Soft Heather, Cashmere Haze, are my go-to daily shadow colors. Got that on. I'm going to add mascara. This is Ultimate Mascara. It's one of my favorites. I also have Panorama as one of my favorites, but I love this. It doesn't flake, it doesn't drop off, it doesn't smudge. If you have smudging mascara, be sure to check and make sure you're using an oil-free eye makeup remover. Ours is #1 in Consumer Reports. And when you use one that's emollient based, if it has any grease in it, you're gonna leave a residue, and the next day that residue will be there and it will break down your makeup. So you want good quality makeup, but you also want good quality eye makeup remover that's oil-free. Okay, almost finished here. And then you'll have seen my simple eye makeup that I literally wear every single day. And I come back in and touch on the tips of the outer corners of my lashes to make those a little bit longer. Please don't get clumpy on me. This typically does not clump. And one thing that I like to do is I like to come through with a spoolie when I'm all finished and make sure that I get all the little clumps out. So have a different spoolie than the one you use for your brows. Have a different one to catch those mascara clumps. So there it is. That's simply Shelley's daily makeup, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let your beauty consultant know, or if you don't have one, be sure to touch base with me, and I would love to be your beauty consultant. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.